Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial session. This is Vaiduria. Now I'm here to provide you a brief introduction to economics through explaining the major concepts. With this video, you'll be obtaining a detailed idea about the need for presence of economics. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe. And now let us walk into the session. In my recent past times, I've met some students who were newbies to economics and stated some phrases about economics, saying that economics is hard, I couldn't understand the terms, it's so confusing, it's so technical, and there are so many assumptions. But believe me, economics is easy. Economics is simply all about how we act in the society and how the society treats us in return. In general words, it is a giving and get back situation. Technically, it is all about analyzing the cost and benefits. Easy, right? And now it's time to learn economics. The evolution of economics was mainly by the father of it. He is a great economist named the legend Adam Smith. Thereby, we could conclude that the father of economics is the legend Adam Smith. He was the first person to put out of his own thoughts about various concepts and thereby led birth to economics. In 1776, the legend named Adam Smith published a book with the title Wealth of Nations. The book Wealth of Nations contained realistic models, theories, and assumptions which strongly emphasized the need of economics for the existence of the society, and this is the first published work which gave economics a distinctive place in the world disciplines. And there he is. Okay, now let us look into the major economic concepts named the scarcity, alternatives, choices, sacrifices, efficiency, costs and benefits, and the opportunity cost. The concept opportunity cost would be detailedly explained on my upcoming tutorial session. Do wait for it. And now let's move forward to our very first concept named the scarcity. The word scarcity seems to look very scary, right? No worries, it's very simple. Scarcity is a foundation of economic problems. Simply, scarcity is a result of people having unlimited wants or always wanting something new and having limited resources. We as human beings are greedy enough to capture more and more, but in reality, we wouldn't able to fulfill all such wants that we ask for. That's because the resources that is required to fulfill such wants are limited. Such limitedness of the resources to fulfill the unlimited wants is scarcity. Now, it isn't scary as you thought, right? The entire economics relies upon this concept. This picture proves the concept even more. The hands are waiting to grab the container is more, but there is only one container. This is the scarcity of those containers. Okay, now let's look into what's meant by the resources of which we looked earlier. The combination of resources which a society has in order to provide for its economic wants are called the economic resources. Also, such resources are told to be the factors of production named the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. And as I explained earlier, such resources on society is not adequate to fulfill all our wants, since it's termed as the limited resources which cause to the evolution of scarcity. And now the definition of economics can be simply told as economics is a study of how society uses scarce resources to produce valuable commodities and distribute them among different people. The next concept is the alternatives and choices. Most of the scarce resources have alternative usage. What does it mean? It means the resources are not only used for one purpose, but it's been used for various purposes. More simply, just look at this picture. It states that the flour can be used for many purposes. This is the alternative usage of the flour. As resources have alternative usages, we all have to make choices. And economic agents like individuals in households decide what to buy, firms decide what to produce, and government decide what policy to be implemented. But such choices made should serve the best interest of the agents. Any such choices are made with the intention of serving the maximum benefit with low cost. This is told the economic way of thinking. When the most suitable option is chosen from the alternatives, the other options are sacrificed. This leads to opportunity cost. As I told earlier, the concept opportunity cost would be even more detailedly explained on my upcoming session. And now let us look into the branches of economics. Economics mainly have two main branches. One, the microeconomics, and the other one is the macroeconomics. And now let us look into what is microeconomics. It is the branch of economy in which we study about individual economic variables and components rather than studying the economy as a whole. The examples are the demand and supply of the product, consumer behavior, cost analysis, and the market structure. And now let us look into the macroeconomics. It is a branch of economy in which we study the economy as a whole rather than analyzing the individual economic variables. Just look at the examples. The gross national product, gross national income, total consumption, and the national investment. Where in microeconomics, we inquired only about the production of commodities for a certain set of group. But here it is a sum of all such group of people. Where in microeconomics we study the individual economic variables, but in macroeconomics we study the sum of all individual economic variables. And now, economics is a social science. But why? How? Before that, let me tell you what a social science is. The science which examines human beings at their behavior and their relationship and where which the variables cannot be controlled. And now I hope that you would have guessed that why economics is a social science. As I mentioned in the very beginning that in economics we see how we act in the society and what society gives us in return. This phase itself proves that economics is a social science. Here it clearly mentions about the human beings and the relationships undergone with the society. Now we could arrive to the conclusion of that economics is a social science because in economics we examine the economic behavior of human beings as a part of a social life and the variables such as demand and supply cannot be controlled like what I explained you just before. Thereby, I would like to conclude my session telling that economics is a social science which is dealt with the scarce resources to fulfill the unlimited wants. And thereby, this session comes to an end. Do await for my upcoming tutorial sessions. Together, any suggestions regarding this attempt and the topics wish to be covered are highly welcomed on the comment box. Okay guys, see you in the next session. Thank you.